Hey everybody, it's me, Alex Garcia, aka the COG, coming at you as always from comicbookclique.com to bring you the best day of the week, New Comic Book Day. And we got ourselves a fist-throwing, dynamic, bombastic, brand new week of comics. This week has just been full of energy, so let's bring it straight to you. We're gonna start in DC with DC's event, DC KO number 3 by Scott Snyder and Javi Fernandez and Alejandro Sanchez. Guys, this event has been beyond fun. It is exactly what it means to be. It is throwing punches. It is just full of action and stuff is just moving. Best part is, if you're not like me collecting the side issues that show every piece of the tournament as it's going on, you're not lost in this issue, because I'm not. However, if you are one more of those issues, we are also reviewing them on the website, comicbookclique.com. So they're all reviewed there. But if you just want to talk about the main series like me, you jump right into issue 3 and it jumps you right in, and the story just moves and moves and moves. Great stuff. In this issue, we get more of the tournament breakdown. So many just amazing moments. Stuff just happens that it feels like a kid playing with their toys almost, but Scott throws in some of the best writing of his career in this issue. So much fun, and so much fun things happen. You know, we got Superman, we got Shazam, we got Emperor Joker shows up in this somehow. So many cool things are happening. We all know that the point of this tournament is that, you know, the ultimate dark side is on his way, so the Omega person must be crowned at the end of this tournament. We're getting to the end of the tournament, and the way now this is leading into to basically directly connect to that, you know, that absolute universe that everybody's been talking about. You know, have you heard about that absolute universe? The ending is amazing. I can't wait for the next issue, and we gotta wait a little bit. But Scott and company, you guys are killing it on this book, making me just go, DC is like right now the publisher of 2025, honestly, and the way they're kicking out 2026. Marvel, where you at? And let's jump into Image. We got G.I. Joe number 17, Joshua Williamson, Tom Riley, Mike Spicer. This is the conclusion of the Dreadnought War, and boy, like I said, fist throwing, stuff blowing up. This is the end of the war. Cobra Commander was captured by the Dreadnoughts in the last issue, and they show how capturing Cobra Commander in this world is not like capturing him in the regular G.I. Joe universe. They immediately regret it, and Cobra Commander turns it to his advantage. G.I. Joe shows up, and the fight that just kicks off is amazing. We finally get the big reveal. Everybody finally sees that, hey, apparently we got a Transformer on the side of G.I. Joe. This was such a great issue. Can't wait to see how all this matters in the next bunch of issues, and how we are just, you know, on a collision course now with the Transformers book. Great stuff. You know, Josh Williamson and company, the Energon universe, Robert Kirkman, you guys are killing it. Keep it coming. And speaking of Robert Kirkman and company, Robert Kirkman and Dan Mora on Transformers. What an amazing book. It ties in. You can see how they're on the same track. Unfortunately, it seems like they're coming at each other. In this issue, we get progress for the Transformers, the Autobots. Optimus is rebuilding his ranks. The Autobots look like they're ready to defend themselves and ready for this big war. It's awesome. Megatron is re-cementing his foothold after getting his butt kicked at the end of the Danny Warren Johnson run. This was a great issue, sets up lots to come. Megatron, just when you think he can't be any more of a villain, yeah, we see that Megatron is the villain of this world, and he's willing to do whatever he has to do to win. But don't miss this issue. Great stuff. Awesome. Let's stay in Image, where we get the other great universe that we love talking about here. We get Geiger number 20 by Jeff Johns and Gary Frank. And the Northerner from the pages of Redcoat now shows up in Geiger. He gets Rainbow Bridged into this world, seemingly. He meets up with Geiger himself. such a good issue, and again, the same how everything is coming together over in the Energon universe. Everything is really starting to come together in this unnamed universe. This was a great issue where we see more of what it is that's tying everybody together and where this is going. The artwork is amazing by Gary Frank. He just always seems to hit his mark with this book. And it concludes with the first appearance of a very cool character of this world. If you're not up to date on the unnamed universe, it's really not that, there's not a lot to it. They've done a great job of keeping it pretty condensed. So even though it feels like, oh man, this is issue 20, a lot of the issues you fly through. So I highly recommend, if you're not up to date on it, jump into unnamed universe. Don't miss out. Let's check out Marvel, where we have Dungeons of Doom #1 by Benjamin Person, Philip Kennedy Johnson, and a bevy of artists on this. Even though they had a bunch of artists, it flowed very, very nicely. I had no expectations for this book. I almost didn't pick it up. It's only a 3-part miniseries. It obviously comes straight from the One World Under Doom story arc. That Chip Zdarsky one-shot intrigued me, so I said, let me give this a chance. And I said, you know what, this might matter for what's to come with this whole Weapons of Armageddon, and I think it's going to matter tremendously in that story. If you care about Marvel events like I do, and you don't mind, hey, it's only a 3-issue miniseries, check this out. This was actually really, really good. We have all these different armies of the world. We have Hydra, AIM, the United States military, a couple other people getting involved, Wakanda possibly, in finding out, okay, now that Doom is gone, let's raid what we can, right? Let's take over, let's get what we can out of Latveria before Latveria gets retaken over. And this was a lot of fun. Red Hulk action, Hydra action. Everybody's fighting over these pieces, and you can see, okay, Weapons of Armageddon, who's gonna get what weapon, how is it gonna matter, and how is it going to set up what's to come and the potential ramifications of that story. As well as, like I mentioned, Wakanda, very cool things are set up with regard to what's going on in the pages of Black Panther, or potentially what's gonna happen in the pages of Black Panther. It's got me intrigued. Marvel. I said you gotta come into 2026 swinging. You got some things cooking. And speaking of things cooking, Gail Simone always has something cooking. And we got the pages of Uncanny X-Men #22, Gail Simone, and the return of David Marquez on the art of Uncanny X-Men. And guys, this was a much better return to form post Age of Revelation than that last issue of X-Men. This, I got really no sense of Age of Revelation from this book. We got the return of Mutina, a very controversial mutant character, not just in this world, but just the idea of introducing a character who's basically a sellout, right? She's a mutant that's working with this production company to make movies, and now she comes back to the X-Men because she appeared in the previous issue to say, look, I want to join the team because my PR team says I need to do something to become more interesting. A little bit of a meta there, right? You know, you gotta do some extreme stuff. You gotta do stuff to make the fans happy. So go do something crazy. And in this, just the way all the characters again felt like, oh, these are the X-Men I know, as well as the outliers who I'm really starting to really dig. You know, Deathstream and Jitter and company. They're really growing on me. I'm really liking this stuff. Gail, you really understand these characters. And like I said, this doesn't even rinse your mouth of Age of Revelation. It almost ignores it. And this was a great return to form for Uncanny X-Men. This makes me want to keep reading X-Men books. So good stuff, Gail. Thank you so much. And let's check out that Ultimate Universe, guys. We got the Ultimates, #20, Dennis Camp and Phil Noto. Guys, in the last issue you saw, we got the first appearance of the Ultimate Vision. Here we get the Ultimate Vision's origin. Don, you hit it on the head. I had my suspicions. Very cool stuff. If you know what's been going on with the Ultimate Nick Fury, that all comes to head. We get a little bit of a redemption also for a character who's been, you know, kind of on the fence, a little bit traitorous. I've mentioned it in previous videos. I'm not going to totally spoil it here. And this ties in perfectly with what's happening in the pages of Ultimate Endgame. Dennis Camp. Marvel, just give him the reins. Give Dennis Camp the reins. Let him take control of everything, because he's cooking over here in the Ultimate Universe. Ultimate Universe is ending. What are we going to do with him, Marvel? What are we going to do with him? Make those big swings, because with DC and Image are killing it right now. Marvel, you got to do something big. And the same way you're doing this big ending to the Ultimate Universe, let this lead to big changes over at Marvel. But don't miss this issue, and make sure you jump on board for Ultimate Endgame. Number 2 should be coming out very soon. Don't miss it. And last but certainly not least, we have Minor Arcana from Boom Studios by Jeff Lemire. And guys, this is a kind of a big issue, I would say, if you've been reading this. We have Teresa. She's continuing to try to figure out the secrets of this town that seemingly has magic. She's learning more about the magic that's within her that she always thought was this just a lie. She goes to find the Jason character of this story. They have an interaction, and she's starting to see, oh, this is how everything is connected, but I need more because this is so big. This starting to remind me of the way Jeff Lemire's Royal City kind of came together, but that was a short, I believe, 6 or 7 issue miniseries. Yeah, I did that. 6 or 7 issue miniseries. This is seemingly going to go a bit longer than that. Really liking Minor Arcana. Jeff Lemire, whenever he's doing the entire story himself, it's always a great story. Really enjoying this. Check out Minor Arcana if you want something that's completely unconnected to everything. You want a heartfelt story that has a very good mystery. Check it out. And that's what I picked up over here at Comic Book Clique. Let us know what you liked. If you want the deeper reviews, they're coming. Make sure you're hitting up our website at comicbookclique.com for those deeper reviews. We have our team of writers that are just pumping out these wonderful reviews to give you the in-depth story on all this stuff. And guys, make sure you're checking out our YouTube. Make sure you're checking out our Facebook, our Instagram, our X. And if you want to help us pay for all this stuff, make sure you're donating over at our Patreon. As little as $3 a month. You help us keep the lights on, help us pay some of these bills. Really appreciate your time as always, guys. Having a great time here every week talking about these comics, and they're just getting better and better. And 2026 just started. We're only in the 2nd week, and this week, as you saw, just fists were flying, stuff is blowing up, having a great time. Don't miss any of these books. Hit your comic shops up immediately before they sell out. Guys, thank you as always, and remember, keep print alive and read more comics. Until next time, later.